Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha Kadash, for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach this truth and rule well. Wabrakatham unto the hopeful elect. This is your brother Gabar, and I'm back with another lesson. All right, and this is going to be going over, all right, looking forward to the hopeful future. Okay, because here, all right, the only thing we're going to have here is what? Sighs, cries, false hope, and all kinds of hell, but nevertheless, all right, we know going through this process that we hope for something much better and that we're going to receive something much better. 2 chapter 7 in verse 18 in the GNT says, the righteous then can endure all the difficulties of this narrow way. All right, so there's a way we can endure these things that we must suffer. It's not just pain and misery, but there is a way, there is a comfort. Okay, it says, because they look forward to the broad and open life of the future, right? All right, being optimistic. Okay, that's what's going to keep you moving forward. That's what kept Yahweh Shai moving forward, being optimistic about the future and the reward that we will receive. Because if you're focused on the now, you're going to fall apart, because the now is falling apart. And also on that narrow way, it's only going to get more narrow. All right. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. It says, looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, right? And that author and finisher goes into the utmost example of our faith. All right. The epitome, all right, of our faith, complete. Okay. It says, looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him, right, endured the cross. Same thing we're doing. We're enduring the cross. But why? For the joy that is set before us. All right. Looking forward to the broad and open life of the future. All right. It says, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the Most High. So likewise, how Yahweh Shai won, all right, the race, all right, how he completed his walk. Okay. Likewise, we're going to do the same thing. So we have to focus on that open future, all right, the open life of the future, not being in these bodies, not being in captivity, all right, not suffering, okay, in general at all, But, hey, look, you're going to go through those difficulties, all right, but this is the way to endure them, all right, through Yahweh Bashem Shai, focusing on him and in his promise and in his coming, all right, staying on your post, staying, watching, praying, fasting, doing everything you need to do, all right, because if you don't, then you're not gonna endure the difficulties, because you're gonna feel like, all right, you're doing this for no reason, this and that, because what? Oh, it's not profiting me right now. Okay, you don't want to fall into that category. All right, you want to keep looking forward. All right, have tunnel vision. Okay. Another precept, Sirach chapter 2 and verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Right. So we're still waiting on the reward. We're still patiently waiting. Okay. And here's the point, verse 9. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good. Right. That's optimistic. That's being optimistic. I go into that word too. It says hope for good and everlasting joy and mercy. Right. So that's what we're supposed to be hoping for. All right. Let me get this word optimistic, but that's what we're supposed to be hoping for. Everlasting joy to come. But if you don't have joy, what do you have? You have pain. You have gloom, Now, we're happy, all right, that we woke up, that this is the end, that we're moving closer to the return of Yahweh Shai, okay, and all that stuff, all right. But until it gets here, we're not going to be, all right, fully in our happiness, all right. We're meditating our way to the kingdom. Now, this word optimistic says hopeful and confident about the future, right? Because in the now, we're not confident about the now. We're not hopeful about the now. You know, the now is what? The now is sighs and cries and pain, you know, burdens we have to bear. That's what the now is. But the future holds confidence. The future holds cheerfulness. Some of these similar words says bright. All right, it says upbeat, of good cheer, encouraging, bullish, hopeful, positive. All right. So this is what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be optimistic, cheerful about the future. And that's in all things, you know, but especially to the entire path of us trying to make it out of here, man. You know, we have to be hopeful and optimistic and hoping and patiently waiting for that good to come. Okay. Because that's all we got to hope for, man. That's all we got. We ain't got nothing else here. You know, Romans 8:18 says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." Okay, so what we're going through now, all right, is not to be weighed against what we're going to receive, because what we're going to receive is going to be far more glorious, all right, and so much better, all right, than anything we had, and it's going to outweigh our sufferings. You know, imagine you have a balance beam, all right, and on one side you have a feather of a bird, and on the other you have 100 bricks of pure gold. That's how it's going to be, man. What we suffer now and what we're going through, all right, is not to be compared with what we're going to receive. Okay, you're not going to be in the kingdom thinking about this place. That's how much more glorious it's going to be. All right, let me pull that up. This is type it. This is Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 17. It says, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth." Right. We want this to get refreshed. We want a new heaven and a new earth, a new rulership. And we want earth to get refreshed as well. And it's going to get refreshed with that fire from all of these chemtrails, you know, satellites, everything, plastic, all the BS here, man. It's all going to go. It's going to get refreshed. Okay. And that's what we're hoping for. That's what we're patiently waiting on. That's the hope. That's the cheer that we have, the joy. All right. That's what we're looking forward to. That's worth fighting for. It says, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind." You see, it's not going to come back into your mind. Why? Because what we're going to receive is going to be so far much glorious. All right. You go from a beat down apartment, you know, in the hood, gunshots outside all the time, neighbors always loud, you know, it got holes in the wall, the AC always turn off every summer, you know, the landlord be tripping, this and that, to what? A nice, furbished, polished palace, freshly built, you know, humongous, you know, and you ain't got to pay nothing. You ain't got to pay nothing for it. All right. You think you're going to remember the old way and say, damn, I miss that, man. I miss that apartment. I miss, you know, sweating in the summer. You know, I miss my stove not wanting to work all the time. You know, I miss the power going out. Couldn't charge my phone and had a TV on at the same time. Nah, man. You're not going to go back to that way. You're not going to miss it. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be far better. Okay. Verse 17 again, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind." Right. Because he's going to give us something far more better. All right. It says, "But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy." You see? So all these pains and miseries that we're going through, okay, it's all going to be flushed down the toilet. It's going to not exist anymore. But that's only if you're focusing on it, to get there. To get there, you have to focus on it. 2 Ezra 7:18 again, the righteous then can endure all the difficulties of this narrow way because they look forward to the broad and open life of the future, right? And when you go up, when you read, the parable in 2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 7 to 10, it tells you that wide is the kingdom. All right, that broad is the kingdom. And we're trying to get there. Okay. So we have to focus on it to get there, or else you're going to be put off the way, because you're going to see the difficulties you got to go through. All right. You can be like, damn, this is overbearing, because you're not focusing on what you're going to receive. All right. Knowing, all right, and hoping, okay, that it's not overbearing, because you're going to receive something much better. It reads on, but the wicked must pass through the narrow way without any hope of seeing the broad, open life. So the 2/3 of our people, and the ones that don't get delivered through the four corners of the earth, all right, they're going to go through the same thing. They're still in captivity. They're still in these bodies. They're still subject to pain. They're still going to go through hurt, but they're not going to get the broad, man. So if you leave the truth, you suck, because you still going to go through the narrow, as in the straits. You're still going to suffer either way. All right. But the difference is you're not going to get the open. All right. You're not going to get the broad. You're not going to get that city with all the good things in it. So why would we turn back like the David mindset? Where else we going to go? You got the words of eternal life, Lord. Let me grab another precept. This is Psalms chapter 126 and verse 1. It says, when the Lord Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, right, when he delivers us, we were like them that dream. You see? So this is going to be like a nightmare, just a nightmare that happened. All right. So this is why we got to continue to focus, all right, on what we're going to receive, man, because this is all nothing. It's going to pass away. It's just a nightmare. All right. A bitter place. All right. And what happens with a dream? You wake up from a dream. You won't remember it after a few seconds. That's how this place is going to be. It's going to be like a dream. All right. Verse 2. Then was our mouth filled with laughter and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord Yahweh hath done great things for them. You see? The Lord Yahweh hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Yahweh, as the streams in the south. All right, and it goes on and on. I read verse 5. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy, right? But you got to focus on the joy. You got to focus on the reaping. All right, you can't focus on the sowing in tears. All right, you have to focus on reaping in joy. You see, that's how you're going to make it through. Not focusing on the pain and the sorrow, because then it's going to magnify the problem and the difficulties, and it's going to seem like too much, and you're going to fall out, But that's the point, that he's going to turn away this captivity. It's going to be like a damn dream. All right. And then we're going to have laughter and joy and peace, and we're going to have it forever. Okay. It's not going to be taken away from us. All right. When we get those new bodies, as soon as we hit those ships, Lord's will I be a part of that number, man. It's over. Okay. It's over. No more pain. No more misery, man. Okay. And I just want to go into that right quick, man. I hope this was edifying. All right, to the elect, the sheep of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. I read this again. All right, this was just heavy on my spirit today. All right, I read it in GNT. 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 18 in the GNT again. It says, the righteous then can endure. All right, the scripture speaks about enduring until the end. Okay. All right, it says the righteous then can endure all the difficulties of this narrow way because they look forward to the broad and open life of the future. Keep looking towards the broad and open life of the future. Akim and few sincere akwath yum. Okay. Because that's the way we're going to make it. That's how Yahweh Shai did it. All right, Hebrews 12:2. I pulled that out a lot. All right, that's how he did it. That's how you gonna do it. He's the way. There ain't no other way. He said he gave us example. That's the example. That's the blueprint. That's the prototype. That's what you copy. That's how you make it. All right, because if you're not looking forward to the broad and that open life of the future and meditating on it, and reading, then what? Then you're gonna lose sight of it, and you're not gonna have a why. You're not gonna have fuel in your tank. You're not gonna have a reason, all right, of why you're suffering, why you're going through these difficulties. You're just gonna be suffering. You're just gonna be going through difficulties. All right, but if you want that why, then continue to focus upon that why, that reward, all right, and hope for that good to come, that everlasting joy. Remember that joy is everlasting, okay? I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Rakha Kodash, for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Until next time, Shalom.